that
2 months.
whole
It's
extra.
2 months, bro. Six
Huh?
to 8 weeks. 6 to 8 weeks. Full grown chicken. Market size. 4 to 7 pounds. 6 to 8 weeks. 2 months.
Wow. Wow. And think about that's just not on one farm. How many farms did they make them kill
Now,
all of the, you
now
know?
it says the large heritage breeds the Brahma, which is a big old chicken, which is beautiful. I don't know if y'all ever seen that one. That it takes a year for that to go
Mm.
full grown, but I think it's like
Wow.
3 feet tall. It's pretty big.
Yeah, that's not the ones we're eating in the store. That's not the
Yeah,
ones we're eating.
I think we're safe to say those aren't the ones you get in BBQs, right, Tali?
Yeah, that's them
yeah.
BBQs.
The commercial ones are 2 months, a month and a half to 2 months. So
Well,
they already had them embryos ready to go.
Maybe
uh-huh.
that could be very possible, but I doubt that from what the farmers are saying.
I
Mm.
think we stopped eating those fresh chickens a long time ago. From what I've heard, I don't know how true it is. That's why they don't call it Kentucky Fried Chicken anymore. It's changed to KFC because it's not fresh like it used to be.
I heard that.
Mm.
But there also is like chicken is apparently worse than pork right now. Um,
Mm.
yeah, like the cancer causing chemicals that they're putting in it, and like all just the way it's farmed. I'm like, oh really? And like chicken is a silent killer right now.
Right. And
It-
all the food that we eat is a silent killer. I mean, that contributes to what goes on with people too, you know? So I don't know.
Well, that's all a part of the mental health crisis in America.
the food. Well, I mean,
Right.
shit,
Food
the food.
insecurity. Food
The food is
insecurity.
Well,
driving people
well,
crazy.
here's the thing: people eat a lot of carbs, right? A lot of sugar. Here's an interesting fact: the average American today consumes 170 pounds of sugar a year.
That's
That's
crazy.
crazy.
That's crazy.
Like we're just eating bags of
Yeah.
sugar, right? It's
Well, think
nuts.
about it. The McDonald's French fries has sugar in it.
Yeah, I mean, do you remember? Do you
The
remember what
salad
a
has
burger
sugar in it.
like? Remember what a fast food burger tastes like 25 years ago?
No,
Yeah, I do.
I
It was
could
an
begin
actual
to imagine.
burger. It was an actual burger. We were getting
Yeah,
actual meat. Now
yeah,
it's like burger filler and like, it's like man, what is this, man? Like, yeah, it's not the same. It's
I
not the
stopped
same.
eating McDonald's chicken nuggets when I watched them make one.
Oh, that
In
paste that
17
makes.
years.
Oh my god! I
I have
was like,
not
I'm
eaten that
eating
in
that.
17
Yeah, it's
years.
pretty.
I will refuse to touch it. I will not. Before when I first stopped, that aroma, I was like, oh, it is like drugs. Just smelling it, make me want to go in there. It's like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I could just have some fries. That's not eating the other stuff. Like, it was. I was like, oh, whoa, what? Who said that? Like, like
I
right.
think.
it's a drug,
It's a
man.
drug.
Wasn't until
I
I
think.
stopped eating it that I was like, for a while, that the smell became to be something that was like, ooh, ooh, that doesn't really smell good.
I think the McRib did it for me. When they came out with the first McRib, I'm like, nah, that's not. Nah, I'm good. Nah, I don't think I can eat this anymore. Yeah, I'm good. Like that
Yeah,
was.
we're so used to chemicals. We are so used to chemicals.
Yeah, we have about 400 ingredients in our foods that are not in other countries,
Right, half the stuff that we eat is not even FDA approved. How about that in other places?
but they get to sell it to us. Crazy, right?
Crazy.
But I think this
Our
is
pork is
contributing
banned in
to the mental
140
health
countries.
issue.
Yeah,
Our pork is banned in 140 countries.
Hey,
that's crazy.
do you think people's eating habits today are tied to the American dream?
Absolutely,
Yes.
absolutely.
I hear people all the time talk about how, oh, look how little that food is. I need more than that. You like, really? Like that's enough. You don't need and these what is these mukbangs? I can't watch that.
What? I didn't
It's
understand you.
called is it called a mukbang? Have you
What's
seen these food things where people just eat all of this food
Oh no.
reviews? Like this
Oh,
lady got oversized by eating all that seafood all the time.
mm,
Mm.
that's not good for you.
No.
So America, I know we are way overweight because of our eating habits.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it's the sugar.
Yeah.
It's the sugar because it
I
causes our
mean,
body when we eat that much sugar, our body has to overproduce insulin. Insulin is what the pancreas creates to move the remaining sugar out of the
you,
blood. You see what
you
I'm
mean
saying?
you mean more drugs?
Yeah.
But what? Yeah, and
Sugar is considered a drug, FDA, right? It's a drug, right?
depending on what version of it you're talking about.
Glucose, whatever, it's a drug.
Fructose, right? High
Yeah,
fructose.
fructose, glucose, it's all the same
Well,
code.
glucose is no, it's not. Glucose is what your body produces as
No,
energy.
Fructose,
fructose.
fructose.
The fructose and artificial glucose that they produce is really
Yeah,
bad for our
that's
body
artificial
because our
glucose.
body naturally produces it.
And they still put it in our food. What they just started banning that red dye, and how long has that been messing people up?
They've been talking about that for 15 years, getting rid of the red.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
that affects your blood sugar,
right.
and your low blood sugar causes anxiety. It triggers your fight or flight. It can
See,
cause depression, mood swings. It can even cause, in some instances, depending on how low the blood sugar is and how long you've been, taking yourself through that, it can cause you to hallucinate,
Hmm.
right?
Mm.
You can start to start hearing auditorial, right? You can start hearing things, seeing things. It can make you paranoid because it triggers the primal part of your brain. When your blood sugar drops, it sends your body straight into shock and into survival mode. And because we don't live in the jungle and we ain't out here throwing spears, harpoons, and none of that wild stuff out here, right? It shows up as anxiety, as depression, as you know what I mean? Other type of behavioral things that may affect us in a negative way.
So the American diet is partially the reason why the American dream is failing.
Mm.
It's
They
crazy.
made up the basic 4 food groups so they could sell you more food.
Well, listen, they told us as women what the size that they wanted us to be was like what, like between a 6 and 8, and then years later they told you the average size is like between 12 and 14. But you know how many years people tried to fit between that 6 and 8 size? So all of this American dream stuff. It's a lot of stuff that has been messing with us, as we can tell. It hasn't just. It's been in our food. It's been the way we think, what we've been taught. It's just an all around.
I mean, for years they said milk was good for you.
Oh, right. A cow's milk,
Milk is not good for you.
especially cow's milk. Last
Cow's
time I
milk.
checked, we're not cows.
Last I checked, we've only been drinking milk for a few thousand years, maybe. It's like not,
Yeah,
we
but
don't
it was
even
it
have
was it
the
was on a
DNA to
occasion.
actually,
It was a
process
delicatessen.
it.
It was a dessert. It
Yeah.
wasn't like you would just get up and drink it every morning. You would get it. You might have it once a week, once every 2 weeks. It was a delicatessen. It was a very rare thing. It wasn't something we do like we do now.
Well, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like biologically, your body hasn't actually evolved to digest other animals' milk.
Yeah.
This is a scientific fact, right? Like we wasn't designed to be doing a lot of that stuff. Of course, now as we keep people have tolerate things come from people drinking and doing that and their body rejecting it, and now that's why I think that's another reason too. There's so many different types of milk alternatives out there now. You know, I'm not a
Well,
fan of almond milk. I mean, it's
yeah,
okay.
because that uses what is it, cyanide to cut the almonds.
Yeah,
So that's like really. But then apples, the apple seeds. Actually, you have to be careful with those because they have cyanide. There are too many apple seeds called cyanide poisoning. Crazy enough. Did you know that?
No, never heard of that before.
Be careful with those apple seeds.
Well, I thank you guys for letting me be a part of your conversation. I
thank
think I'm
you.
gonna go find some McDonald's fries to eat. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
You should
But
go buy some. No, I ain't gonna say
you
that.
know,
This
do
is
you know you cannot
positive.
buy
Really
McDonald's
tough.
French fries from them like the raw ones?
No, they're trademarked. They don't want you to go study it.
Yeah, right. Isn't that crazy? You can go in there and be like, I give you $100 for a bag. They'll be like, nope, sorry, we can't sell it to you.
I can go to jail if I give you these French fries.
They got them brainwashed, don't they? But it's
You gonna
interesting.
go to jail over some
Remember
uncooked
how
French
good a
fries.
cheeseburger used to taste in the 80s?
Listen, I
burgers?
remember when Burger King started that Whopper. Like me and my mom used to share a Whopper because they used to be so big.
Oh yeah, they were, and it
They
had yeah.
right, and they
Yeah.
were really flame broiled. Like
Mhm.
like it was a real burger. It was good.
Right.
Now it's just like I think it's just got the broil marks on it.
That's so sad.
Isn't it? It's so sad.
That's not even from the grill. That's something that they trademarked onto the burger.
Right.
So
Right.
I don't know if you've noticed the new Pizza Huts. They've decided to go back to the way they used to be. So they're refurbishing all the well, I shouldn't say all of them, but a lot of the older ones. Where it's
Mhm.
a come in a sit down restaurant where they have the red cups and they got all the. I was like, oh, this is an old thing. And apparently the pizza tastes like it used to back in the day. So
Well, because nostalgia now is like a hip thing.
it
They've
is.
even started. They brought back out the Polaroid cameras now. You know,
Oh, really? Oh.
yeah, man. They that nostalgia stuff. Oh, these new
Oh yeah, they brought back
they
Walkmans
love it,
too.
huh?
Walkmans and cassette tapes.
Yeah,
but they're not
Walkman.
actual
They brought
cassette
them
tapes,
back.
so they look
Oh
like
wow.
yeah.
Record players. What they think they found a new thing. I'm like,
Like
that's
it's,
a record
like,
player.
look what this can do. I just put this rod down on it, right? And then somehow the thing, the song, you see the grooves? That's the song. And
Oh
when you
my
start tuning it
god.
down, you're gonna hear something like this. Oh, yo, it's the song. Look at that.
Yeah. So
I'm being funny. I mean, I thank you for joining us, Moya, coming up.
thank you. I appreciate it. I had a good time. It was a nice conversation.
Oh yeah,
Nice to
and I
meet you,
love the way
Moya.
you think.
You too. You too. It was nice to meet your acquaintance. You guys have a really good night, okay?
You too.
All right. Bye-bye.
Later.
That's nice for her to drop in.
Yes, yes. So that was a fun first hour. You know, a little away from the format, and and that's cool. Maybe today is not about the format as much as just about the conversation.
Yeah. So
So I thought that was an excellent.
I know I kind
It
of
was really great.
ventured into people escaping America and going to a different place. I can honestly say because I was one of those, and I probably still am one of those people. Where I had a place in Colombia a few years back, and man, when I would just get off the plane, it was just different. It was just different. I felt different. Even though I was the same person, I felt different. And it just like all the pressures the daily pressures didn't exist, Even though I know they're still there, but it just didn't feel like they existed. And then when I would come home, I'd be depressed for like a month.
Mm.
Coming home, dealing with this society, like, oh God, you gotta get up and you gotta go. It's like it was almost like I could breathe. Because I had a place in DR. So I had a place in DR and I had a place in Colombia. In both places, man, I always felt like I could just breathe. And when I'm here, it feels like you're breathing. As soon as you get off the plane, your breathing is restricted. Right? You like get off the plane. Oh shit! I gotta fight to get my luggage. Then you gotta look outside traffic. Then it's like shh, that nervous system again. Right? That little bit of anxiety.
So what could you do about that? What would be some advice you could give someone
Leave and
who
don't come
would be
back.
listening to you? As a
Get the hell up out of here.
someone who specializes in transformational change of the mind.
What I would honestly say is, no matter where you are, no matter, I mean, you can get up and pack. You're still gonna have that same face that you're gonna have to look at in the mirror. You're gonna still have those same issues. You may be, like I said, you may be in a different environment, but you still got the same problem. So you're going to have to deal with yourself. But the one thing that sometimes is
How would
working.
you suggest someone deal with their self, sir? Here's my suggestion. You have to learn to reframe. See, everything you think you're feeling in that moment when you're and I've traveled and understand that, I even got into uh, a verbal spat with one of the people who with the tickets who was supposed to be, print my ticket out. And so I, I I would suggest to you out there is to do something called a reframe, right? And to begin to reframe that experience into a different context, one that has less emotional resonance. And that's what I would suggest. What about you, chef? We got so many techniques.
Oh man,
What's
I
what
just
you
went
think?
blank. I was just listening. I have no idea. I'm gonna pass. I'm gonna let you handle that. It kind of went beyond me because I was thinking about something completely else.
You went.
I spaced
Hey, we're
out.
just people, man.
I was on
And
planet, man. I was on planet Saffron for a moment. I was like thinking about some stuff, but what method would I do? Honestly, I would do a few things.
like, what
I'm
would you
glad you
tell
came back
somebody
to me. Me,
usually they
me,
could
me
do?
personally, for someone who is dealing with themselves within my meditation, my personal meditation, because I am a Reiki practitioner. Whenever I have these blockages, I focus on my chakras to open my chakras up, which I do with breathing, imagining release, bringing it back and releasing it. Then I do, you know, all seven, top to bottom, from a root to the crown. Um, then I would do, if I still had some more issues, which I'm sure, if once you have anxiety, you got to face it. I would do EFT, emotional feeling technique, because I love the way it can get rid of anxiety very fast. The tapping, the tapping.
Mhm.
Right? We've done that here before. And then if that didn't work, I would then get therapy, because excuse me, I would include breath work in within the EFT as well. Um, but as a personal modality, and if you're by yourself, these are things that can actually help you, right? And if you practice qigong, I practice Reiki. I do self Reiki all the time. I do it in the morning with my meditation every day, and for me, it is just amazing for me because I'm chill. If I have a problem, I talk to my therapist. I live right here, and then I'm good. I'm good, and like literally, the process is so simple, so I don't complicate it. And when I do get there, because we all have our moments where we just right. I don't. Honestly, man, I haven't had a there moment. You
Right,
know,
right. I know you haven't. You've been on a pretty good flow chart lately, man. I gotta without giving away too much, the
yeah.
things we got coming down the pipeline. You've been in a nice flow state. I just mean for the people that are out there. One
For
of
the
the things
people,
for the people that are out there you could do is is remember to ground yourself. And the best way to ground yourself can be but see, I know from my own personal experiences, breathing in the moment of feeling upset or going through something can be very challenging to remember. But what you can also do if you don't remember to breathe or having a hard time finding yourself trying to do it, ground yourself like this. Where are my feet right now? They're on the ground. And bring your attention to your feet in the ground and feel the ground. And then feel your feet in your shoes. for any therapy. Just was like when you were you in a moment. Now you it's stuff something to go research. From your going through main stress from left you just feel and go right back to the edge of the do not turn your head. Keep your head can come up. Feel as if your fingers. What happens is feeling is going to take about 30 seconds a minute. Mind to hold the time. Right? Just choose stick to the thing that's in the moment. Which you're moving in front of your face. Logically, okay, on it. It'll be gone. Singing, it looked like a Peach. If you there, I think I was having a little bit of issue with my internet on this end for a second. There it was going a little in and out. Uh, but I think I'm back strong. I sound good. Everything good. Everybody, can I just if I sound loud and clear for you, just hit please put a 1 in the chat for me. All right, thank you, thank you. And hey Peach, we want to go ahead and open up the lines too for anybody who'd like to come up and share their thoughts on the American dream and mental health today, how you feel it might affected you and the way you might see it. We want to open up the chat for people to come on up and give their thoughts and opinions and feelings about some of this. And yeah, and then what since he brought it up, what we'll probably do before we get out of here is we'll do a quick EFT once again. You can never go wrong. I wanted to start probably doing a little EFT session every day. Maybe just jump on for 10 minutes, do a quick 10-minute tapping session to get my day, everybody else's day who sees it going into the right direction. So that is something. Also, don't forget to check out Peach ENT, the Peach Network. He's got incredible shows all lined up, all ready to go, all amazing, all wonderful with great hosts and wonderful content and everything is so much variety for everyone to check out. So when you get a chance, please check out Peach ENT. Uh, what I wanted to do was you have the I want to look at this little list I have here that on my thing of some of the shows coming up. We got the 12 p.m. ish show get coming up. I think that come up this weekend. We also what else we got here? Well, I know we got that coming up. Uh, we got the Peach 12ish coming up for I think that's usually on Saturdays too. I always tune in, I always love to watch their shows because they're always full of fun and information and you never know what you're going to hear and where people are coming from, so you just get a nice wonderful perspective of everyone. So if the lines are open if you like to come up and give your thoughts and opinions on the American dream and the mental health crisis. Do you see a connection between the two? Right. And Sunchild 51 said something is happening with, oh, okay. Something is happening with the voice, the video. Even my side, it took me to another video. Oh, okay. They saying they cannot hear me. So, hey, Peach, can you hear me? Am I coming through? Because I just want to make sure I'm unmuted here. I believe I am though. I'm hearing myself in my little headphones. Okay, good. You can hear me. Great. Wonderful. Wonderful. I'm waiting for Chef to come back. He dropped. I'm pretty sure he's gonna jump back in. Oh, okay. It's okay. Peach is telling me, "Hey, Sunchild 51, it may be your internet or those settings you have." I'm getting some technical support on my end to let me know that my audio is coming through pretty well and I could be heard. So you may want to check that out. And I appreciate you though for letting me know that there was an issue you're experiencing. That was really cool of you.
Hey,
Hey, there
we're
he
back.
is.
Look like we're back again. Sorry about that. There we go.
Okay,
Coming back online. There we go. There we go. Much better camera.
cool.
That was I don't know what happened there. Everything just shut down.
Well, the internet can be that way sometimes. It's not always.
Like a solar flash
Mm,
happened.
yeah.
Took us out.
And it happens to the best of us. Oh yeah, okay. The other show that I really like is their political show that Peach has called Uphill Battle. Jump on the Peach Entertainment and check out Uphill Battle. They have had several episodes that were really informative and just really great to hear a different perspective on what's going on politically. But we are opening up the lines for people to come up and to join us and to thank you, Sunchild 51. You can hear us now. Thank you for joining. We're glad to have you here. We have opened up the line, Sunchild. If you like to come give your opinion on the American dream and how it is affecting mental health, or if you think it is. Yeah. So we got about I'd say about 30 minutes left to the show. And I want to thank everybody for who's been tuning in and listening. I hope you've been enjoying and getting some value out of the conversation. Um, I often like to do a practice on here. I like to offer something, uh, a tool or a skill that could uh, assist you, something that you could try and experience something with it. So, hold on, I'm reading a chat, guys. So apologize for that. That's what's going on. Is the sun and it went up again. Oh, okay. So Sunchild is saying that there was some more solar flares that began to hit the planet again,
I
and they were
told you.
pretty big. So if you're excuse me, if you're having a problem with your internet today, don't worry. You're not having bad luck. It's not you. You could breathe easy because it's the sun. There you
Solar
go.
flare.
Solar flares that have hit the planet. It takes about 2-3 days for them to reach Earth. So yeah. So we just had a nice little wave of solar flares that came in and hit. We're in the 25th sun cycle, and it's been a very active one for all you sun watchers out there.
I welcome, as a child of the sun, I welcome the solar flares.
Mm. And let me ask you, because of the American dream was so innately tied to religion, and religion plays such a part in people's mental health, right? Do you think that and it, that people are because more and more there are more and more people waking up to religion, and sort of going, "Hey, I don't know about that. I think I need to go find some stuff out myself." Do you think the religion is also creating this exodus from the American dream? Right? Because if people, for example, and I'm not trying to get too religious on anyone, we are talk about the mind, and this has a lot to do with the mind, right?
Mhm.
But we live in a Christian nation. Would you not agree? I mean, we
Yeah.
could say no, we don't, but uh,
No, we do.
we do,
Hmm.
and so you would agree that if we live in a Christian nation, they probably follow the belief systems of Christianity.
But they don't.
Right. Well, I mean, I'm not saying they follow the maybe all of the guidelines, but they definitely believe enough to where it can affect their lives. They will do certain things, right? And if you are a believer in the Bible, right? And you believe that revelation is starting, it's happening, right? Would you even care about the American dream anymore?
Hmm.
Is there any
Well,
Christians out there that may be listening that may be able to offer some sort of how they look at this like and because that would cause like a mental checkout, right? It's like there's no need doing this. There's a return that's happening. The beast is showing himself, right? There's all these so-called prophetic signs that are happening right now, right? Which would lead a person to go, well, why would I start a business? Why would I start family? Right? What's the point of going outside and hanging out and enjoying the weather?
because life goes on.
Well, I mean,
Every, everything
I
that we've
agree.
been
I'm
told that
saying that.
everything that we've been told that was supposed to happen on a physical level has not on a physical level. So it may have happened on the spiritual level, or esoteric level, or even an astrological level, or a metaphysical level. But it has not materialized physically. But I guess the solar flare just did. So and
Well,
I think we're ooh.
people, how they do, how they look, believe, right? They're able, right? It creates this dynamic of it's almost like, from what I'm thinking, from what my just from my personal being me, right? Is it wouldn't that create some kind of of a I don't want to call it a mental disorder, but some kind of mental health issue, right? Because
Internal conflict.
right, wouldn't that thank you, perfect term, right? That's why you're my colleague. Would it create that internal conflict in a person, right? And that's it's a form of resistance, which is the form of being uncomfortable and so on, and So I'm just curious to know, Peach, if you got, I'd love to know what you think about the American dream. But I can already hear it saying, "Nah, leave me out of that. I don't want to do the American dream."
Um, one thing about the church is not doing as well financially as it has done previously in the past. Um, COVID put an ass whooping on the church. Excuse my language. It just by them not going, people not physically being able to go to church, church couldn't get tithes. So they've been having a tough time getting people back up in the churches, that has nothing to do with COVID. I think that has a lot to do with a lot of the messages that are being relayed now. Because I mean, in this era, people are looking more towards spirituality and not as much as a particular religion. More of finding themselves and trying to figure out why they are the way they are. Realizing that, I think spirituality is a beautiful thing in my personal life because it is my individual relationship with God. And no man and or woman can get between my personal relationship with God. So spirituality for me works for me. But we're all evolving. I have a great understanding of who God is and what God means in my life. And I do understand that I am the American dream wherever I go. Because the dream is here. Or here. So wherever I decide that I'm going to be, it's going to be that dream. Even if it's not here, it's still going to be the American dream because I am the American and it is my dream. And I always wanted it to be. But in saying that, I can go back to, was really the American dream our dream? Because that was never my dream. Was it your dream?
Yeah.
I mean, the house, the kids,
I mean,
yeah.
that's one part of it. It's not so
Yeah.
that's what I was trying to say. Like,
Yeah.
it was not, the American dream was really pushed through Hollywood. That's why you keep saying white picket fences. That's Donna Reed. That's Donna
Mhm.
Reed. That's where you got that from, right?
Yeah.
You got that from Donna Reed. You got that
Mhm.
from the television. Now, when we
Yes.
came along, what was the American dream now for minorities? It was like, oh, you could start a business, right? Calvin's got a job. It was, oh, hip hop came in there, and
Atari
all of a sudden,
on TV,
right?
select TV, a microwave. If you had a Cadillac, that was it, and a
Well, yeah,
job.
well, those
Pay
were
for
the things that were
that was
symbols
it.
of it. But if you, cre- if you were, if remember, we have been. Everybody's not the same, right? There's something called social stratification. This is classism. Okay, lower class, middle class, upper class. See, within this is a each of them have their own hierarchy system. People in the lower class do not receive the same education, nor do they experience the same environment as the middle class. They do not get taught religion the same. They don't get taught anything the same. So there's this division in everybody especially when it comes I'm going to say minorities. When it comes to us, right? When it comes to us, right? There's this thing that's where we don't seem to understand that what they pushed on us was the drug dealer image got twisted into something that was a positive that was used through hip hop. It wasn't started with hip hop because hip hop was a call to action, and not only just a call to action. That was during a time where we were going through a lot, and the young people was created their own way to express what was going on in their world and make fun for themselves. Nobody really believed in hip hop. This is a fact.
Well, the drug dealer created the new age entrepreneur.
Well, yeah, because remember, black exploitation film set the last bar, right?
But
And
that
that
was the pimp.
that
The
was,
pimp.
but the pimp also dealt in
The new age entrepreneur.
right, which was, hey, I sell beep, and
Mm-hmm.
all of a sudden I might sell a little bit of bleep, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you mess with me, I'll cut you, right? Right? And the diamonds in the back, sun rooftop, digging the scene with a gangster lean, right? All the music, that's direct lyrics from a song for those that know, right? All the music, and that was the American dream that was pushed on us, right?
But
Now by the time, go ahead.
you mentioned the music. You mentioned the music. That shit was fucking important. That was pivotal in the American dream, the music, because it brought out the emotion.
Right. Well,
Right.
now, when you pair that with the imagery, right? Now you have a powerful suggestion. Movies like The Mac, bro, all that stuff that created an image that made you go buy the album.
We're gonna have a conversation after this, and we're gonna talk about that movie.
Oh,
But
but
sidebar,
you bring it,
sidebar.
right, when you bring it down though, further down the line, right? When by the time hip hop came along, right? We and into the 90s, there was this new version of the American dream that was forming, right?
Mhm.
It was a new American dream that was forming, right? And there was this, you know what? I'm going to accept that I'm a thug. Life ain't never going to get no better. It got glorified. It got glorified psychologically, right? Tupac is the reason that anybody has thug life on their body. Period. End of story. It didn't exist before he did it and showed everybody. That's just the fact.
Yeah, but did okay, so I'll ask some questions about that. Did he embody Old Dog? Because Tupac wasn't like that before. When he was with Digital Underground. And I know this has nothing to do with the conversation, but did he embody Old Dog from Menace to Society? Because it was 93, I think Menace to Society came out. Right?
No.
It wasn't 93 when
Man,
Menace to
go
Society?
watch Juice. He
Yeah.
embodied Bishop.
Oh yeah, that's right. You're right. Yeah, he definitely embodied Bishop. He embodied Bishop. He took that personality on and never let it go.
Right, and then that became the next thing. But
Yeah.
that's neither
Yeah.
here nor there. The
Yeah.
point is that that there was this image that started getting generated. And once that got past, we got past that, we had another image that was generated, right? And this is where the evolution of what we're seeing today, and that's through Puff and them, right? What did they bring in? Dance, throw money. Success is being on a yacht, getting in the roads. This was not the
social programming and hypnotism, straight up,
right? Because before to be successful, you needed to be. This was the black image that they were selling to us, because in the 90s is where your private prison system started, right? And they needed to feel those jails, and the best way to do that was through the mind control, through hypnosis, which was music,
through the bling,
right?
Oh, you want this that I got,
and the music and the videos, and then all of a sudden,
and you're gonna do everything you can to get it.
Rap videos was turning up left and right. They was back then. They were $30,000 for rap.
Oh man, dude, I made so much money on rap videos in the 90s. Oh my god.
Okay, they had like, we got to get this out to the public,
Yeah.
and so, and then when you had social media, that just was like, oh, okay, we can actually take this to a whole nother level. You know, and that's during this time something was created called reality TV. You know this, like I know. It wasn't the first reality show. We know the first reality show was by HBO about a serial killer and his whole family and everything they dealt with after they found out who he was. That's literally the first reality TV show.
MTV. What was it when they had the house when they were in no, not shit. I was asked to do
Real World.
Real World was the first, and that was like 92, 93.
Some around, yeah.
I got asked to Real World, and I turned it down.
They experimented with it. And
I know.
And oddly enough, remember, it was during that writer's strike in early 2000 is when all of your reality picked up.
Yeah, I mean, they asked me to be in it, be part of the cast. I was like, yeah, what are y'all talking about? I was like, nah, because we didn't, there was no idea of what that was.
Nope, it was being tested at that time. That's why they did Real World Cancun.
Yeah.
It never was to really make the big profit off of it being a movie. It was to show that they could get people, if they could make it into a successful film, right? And actually get people to come out and watch reality on a screen in a movie theater, then this is a sure shot. Right. And that's where all of that came. And then you see what I'm saying? Now the new American dream started. We stopped looking. It started crumbling, right? And we started getting access and being able. There was a time where we didn't get to pick on people the way we do now that are famous.
So, you're right. So I'm gonna link something together where you're talking about the American dream, and you said something. Did you say OJ? Did you say something like that? You said something.
I don't know about no OJ.
I don't know, but you said something that brought my mind up to the Kardashians and how reality. There we go. How reality TV was created, basically based. Reality TV started following OJ. That's how reality TV started. Like really, when we followed him when he was going back to his house, right? Well, now. I'm guilty of this. When he was going back to his house, it was they turned off the championship game. I don't know if you remember that. We were literally watching OJ get chased from his house. I was able to watch it on the news, go to the 405 freeway, follow his ass on the freeway, and then it was a party in front of his house. Literally, it was a block party in front of OJ's house, and everyone there. This is long before it went out. It was like a free OJ. Everyone there having a great time all night. Party in front of OJ house. Media saw that attention. And when they saw that attention, that's when the Kardashians, when whatever happened with them, that's when they capitalized off of it. But getting to them, one of the reasons why all of the women look alike or have the same style, all the people have the same style, is part of them, part of that programming through the Kardashians, and essentially what, and I have to say, Kim Kardashian got famous for.
No, right? I understand what you're saying, but bro, Jersey Shores was before that.
No, I'm talking about.
When I say reality TV, you have to understand what I'm talking about. I'm talking about, why do they call it reality TV? Because it's supposed to be what? Unscripted.
Yeah, but it's all scripted.
The words aren't scripted. What's scripted?
The scenarios are scripted.
Huh?
Every scenario is scripted.
The environment is scripted.
The scenarios are scripted.
Meaning they don't know what they're gonna say. They don't know. Bro, I've worked on Real Housewives.
I got you.
Almost all of them. right? I
I
worked
got
on a
you.
lot of reality shows, and what I could tell
I,
you is how they script them and set the environment up, and
and there you go.
how they psychologically manipulate them, and
Yeah,
then they use sleep deprivation and sequestering. There's very specific tactics they use to
yeah, I
get
know.
those people to do the things that they do.
They keep them cold. They keep them isolated. They do all kinds of shit.
Right. That's what I mean by
Yeah.
and The Real World was one of the first shows that they showed us, right, where they did where they was using this practice. This was all set up by the producers, but the talent is not in on it. The scripting through the environment.
Mm-hmm. The scenario. They're creating a scenario.
Yeah. That's what that's all I was talking about. I agree with
Mhm.
what you're saying though when it comes to the Kardashians
Mhm.
and like they became the model of
Yeah, they became the
a lot of things when it came to that.
they became the
Genre.
prototype of the American dream woman for the last 15 years.
I wholeheartedly agree with you.
And that has been not a good thing. That has not been a good thing because it literally you have. I mean, even, me just being in Colombia, like the individualism is not many women would that have straight hair. Like they all are looking a certain type because of that prototype, and that prototype became the world prototype. Like if you just travel around the world, if you could just look and see it, you're like, wow. Like it doesn't matter the complexion. Just I'm talking about the style, right? The style of dress, the style of wear, the style of walk, the attitude, you know, the tight clothes. It's just the whole persona. It's all around the world, but it's really bad here. Thus,
I mean,
thus,
we have our own form of bad here. We got our own thing here.
mm,
One thing I like to remind people is do not forget this is the freest place you can live. You don't believe it, take yourself to another country and get arrested. You find out real fast and real quick that laws and freedoms you have here and the ability to speak and represent yourself and even pay for legal representation is very different outside of here. I know we
that is,
are in a controlled system, but some of these other places, they're not as tactful or tasteful about how they rule over their citizens. And a lot of what we see of some of these places is from their travel department, the part of the government that's supposed to increase tourism. You see what I'm saying? Not the actual citizenship. There's certain places me and you ain't going to live. Like I ain't
yeah,
I mean, not saying because of our nationality, right? But because of the laws there.
yeah. Certain places I'll just never go to.
Yeah, I would like to visit Germany, but I wouldn't live there. Have you seen their laws? They're crazy. Some of the stuff and there's a lot of so-called freedom that they present, but when you start looking at being a citizen of somewhere else, it changes some of the dynamic of, you know, like, oh, okay. Yeah.
So what I'm noticing, and I know we don't really have a lot of time, but what I'm noticing the people that are fleeing
Hmm.
um the country, I can't say fleeing, but the expats that are leaving, they're going to a place that calms their nervous system. That seems to be like 70 to 90% of the people that are leaving.
Yeah.
Like and because everyone talks about just the calm and the not the grind, the hard, just you got to get up, you got to get at this time, you got to work for 8 to 10 to 12 hours, and then you got to go home, you got to be on a certain time, and you got to cook it, like all these gotta. It's a lot of gotta here. And when people have a tendency to go somewhere else, they realize, like, hold on, man, like I don't gotta do much of anything but just be me. And when is the last time people were genuinely being themselves with no pressure?
Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that are in a different financial position when they go to another country, Um, and and remember they have to go with some American money so they can exchange over there and live longer. Because if you just go in there and using their money, no, you have to play their game. You have to work like everybody else, hard work everybody around you's doing, you're gonna have to get involved with some of that unless you do the smart thing and set yourself up properly, right? Then you like you was thinking and talking about to me on some other conversations we was talking, about being able to be set up properly to go over there and to have that experience. So I find that the people that sort of prepare to have that experience, they do. There's a lot of people that go there to run from here,
Yeah, that doesn't
right?
work.
And they end up running into the same issues there because they're the issue,
Hmm.
right? And when you're the issue, there is nowhere you can go to get away from you.
Can't point to nobody else but yourself. Yeah, a lot of people can't see themselves.
Yeah. So uh we got a few minutes left. I was gonna go ahead and get ready to wrap it up for this
Well,
show.
I think we had some really. I wish we would kind of have a little few more questions come on in. But I think this is a very good topic that we can talk about further on because you and I are actually going to be doing a retreat coming next year. So just to get that out there, folks, Talib and I will be doing a retreat coming up soon, and we're in preparation for that. For those that may be interested. So just want to put that out there. Also, I think Talib, you have a flyer of mine that I put up. Anyone who's watching, you can have a one free session, an initial session with me. If you once Talib or once Peach post that flyer, you can look at it, email me or give me a call, and we can set something up. And yeah, that's about it.
Oh, great. Well, I'm going to say thank you all for joining. We got a few more minutes. So if you're out there and you'd like to come up and say something, please do. Uh, we'd love to hear from you. We really would. Uh, my goal is to help you into making that transformation.
Yeah, and he popped
You would
out. So
like to become.
there we go.
And when I am offering, or you can go to my website at beyondthemindhypnotherapy.com. Uh, I offer a scholarship on there for free sessions to assist you in any way you feel you need assistance, because I am merely a guide on the journey that you choose to take. So uh, I'm gonna leave that. I want to and and he's an individual who does and yeah, she will help people get you and it's doing so. We're gonna go ahead and say to you all, and happy very weekend. Expect a miracle, and you right before we go doing.
Well, I think he was going to say one more thing, and I'm not quite sure what that is. But I will tell you one more thing. I can be reached at Oriah Hypnotherapy, which is OREAHA hypnotherapy.com. Sephron at oriahhypnotherapy.com.
There we go. So I want to thank you all for joining us. We'll be back next week at 8 p.m. on Friday, and that's 5 p.m. if you're on the West Coast over here with us. I will be talking to Peach behind the scenes. Maybe I'll be doing another thing with another show. Something else may be coming up down the pipeline, but we'll talk to the big boss man and see what we looking at. But in the meantime, in between time, expect a miracle, and we'll see you next week.
See you next week.
Welcome to Rewriting Your Reality, a video focused on hypnotic modalities to shift the belief systems that keep you captive. We will explore the journey from being subconsciously programmed to achieving quantum freedom. Get ready to dismantle everything you thought you knew about your own limitations. The mind's power is a historical fact. Franz Mesmer introduced animal magnetism in the 1700s. James Braid coined hypnotism, defining it as a focused physiological state. Crucially, before anesthesia, major surgeries were performed using this trance state, proving the mind's ability to override physical pain. My personal journey proves the mind transcends the body. A near-death experience revealed pure awareness. After being paralyzed, I reprogrammed my body through visualization and discipline. The core truth is that identity is the prison and the key. Your mind can reshape reality itself. Unmasking the global hypnotic modality. Secret societies and governments. They understood the power of the trance state long ago and weaponized it to shape societal structures from the shadows. Corporate hypnosis. Advertising and media use sophisticated neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, to obscure reality and shift your belief systems without your consent. The ultimate goal, to control the narrative, consumption, and consciousness of the masses, turning individuals into predictable units of a manufactured paradigm. They are the masters of the hypnotic modality. The first element of global hypnotic modality is authority, manufactured to establish psychological inferiority. Uniforms, robes, and controlled environments trigger unquestioning obedience. When you look up to an authority, your critical factor is lowered, accepting suggestions as absolute truth. The uniform is the first induction. The second element is translogic, a self-contained system logical only within its own framework. This creates a closed loop of reasoning. A doctrine establishes ultimate authority, turning rules into absolute truths. The paradigm acts as a perceptual filter, making external manipulation feel like internal conviction. The third element is overload, creating an intense, rapid-fire experience that bypasses the conscious mind. Techniques include sensory saturation, emotional triggers, and message overload. This forces the subject to feel something profound, anchoring the belief without rational scrutiny. The heart accepts what the head has no time to question. The grand illusion is when you become your own hypnotist. Division keeps us fighting each other, distracting us from the masters of the modality. They use filtered evidence to make you doubt your power. The ultimate control is when you self-hypnotize with their suggestions. I am not enough. This is the self-hypnosis of suffering. The quick release uses the Sedona method to clear emotional debris. Emotional baggage is just something you are holding on to. You can drop it using these 4 questions. Could I let this feeling go? Would I let this feeling go? When? Answer. Now. Repeat until you feel a tangible shift in your state. The reframe shifts meaning and reality. Change the meaning you attach to an event, and you change your emotional response. Content reframing actively searches for the positive intent or hidden benefit. Failure is just data and feedback. A block is a stepping stone. Change the question to change the destination. You are already in a trance. Self-hypnosis is choosing your own program. This is your new operating system. Use a simple countdown to enter a deep state and plant empowering beliefs into your subconscious mind. Consistent practice rewrites your core identity, dissolving suffering and manifesting the quantum you. Are you ready to take your quantum leap? This exclusive transformation package offers the book 30 Days to the Quantum You, custom video masterclasses, and a personal Zoom session for deep work. Stop fighting the illusion and start rewriting your reality today.